if you do not know how to program, there are like a whole lot of plugins out there that you could use that will help you to make a video game with absolutely zero. When I say zero, I mean zero coding knowledge. Hello guys, this is Alef, and this is a story on how I made my first game at 18. Actually, the game that I made is the one I'm playing right now on my computer, right? So, right after finishing secondary school, I decided that I want to make video games and softwares. So by the time I didn't have any capital, and like I come from Africa, countryside, in a country named Tanzania, in a city named Ilinga. So my parents didn't have much money to give me as capital, so I just started to start with something small. So I decided to make a game with zero budget, without any like good coding knowledge or programming knowledge. So I had to do a whole lot of researches to get to this point. I mean, I didn't even know any softwares that I used to make video games. So I started by stacking a few mobile softwares. I thought I could make a video game on a mobile phone at the start. I used this application, I don't remember its name, but I searched it up and put it on the edit. And well, that really kept my passion on going before I had a computer. And then my brother gave me his laptop, which then I used to start learning game development. And then a few months after, I was almost good enough, and I just decided to go straight into a project. And this is my first project. So yeah, I started slowly by making a car game, right? I couldn't really program that much, so I had to use a whole lot of plugins. For example, for the cars, for the playable cars, I used a plugin called LCC. I think famous games like Car Park Multiplayer uses the same plugin. Car Park Multiplayer 1 uses the same plugin, which essentially just lets you drop in any car model and set things as per preset. It have a pretty easy preset. You just have to assign the car wheels, the car horn, the car cameras, the camera points or angles, and the car indicators like that, and that's it. And then you can just click on generate, and it will generate the wheel system, and then the car will be playable, right? Then I had to make a city somehow, somewhere, so I decided to go with something called city generator or something like that. It's pretty cool too. It literally comes with a few generatable maps. You can just generate, and it will randomize the map for you. For example, my map is as seen over here. This map is entirely generated, right? I added a few things, I removed a few things, but the base map is entirely generated on the computer. I didn't model every single building in that. And then I wanted to have like some sort of a day and night system, so I used something called Azure Sky. Here, I can show you how it works. In Azure Sky, basically, it's a preset that assigns automatic like day and night simulation. For example, if I click this, you can see how the time is changing. I'm changing the timeline. So that's Azure. And you can actually set the lengths of the day and the lengths of the night and everything. You can make lane files and everything on Azure Sky, right? Most of them are actually expensive plugins. Not that expensive, $40, $50 or something. Not that much expensive, but they are expensive a little bit. Then I used for the cars that are moving in the city along my car, I mean the NPC cars, I use something called traffic system. A traffic system basically lets you drop in cars and actually like you have to set them at just a little bit, not that hard, and it doesn't take that much time to do so. All you have to do is model the cars or download them from somewhere. I download most of my cars on I think it's Sketch Hub, and on CG Trader. I actually drop in a few models and they allow me to download a few models too. So it's pretty cool website to use. Then I actually thought having the legacy buttons isn't that cool, so I decided to make my own buttons. So I went on and used Adobe Photoshop to make these buttons. And by the way, this game development journey have helped me a lot on learning how to do a whole lot of stuff with a computer. I mean, I basically learned Adobe Photoshop through this, and Adobe Illustrator too. I used Adobe Illustrator to make the game logo. So yeah, I mean, it helped a lot. I didn't need much from the game, even though I uploaded it on Play Store 1 year ago, and I took it down 2 weeks after. By the way, in that period, it had 280 players who actually, like 90% of them, or 99, loved the game, by the way. I remember having people like from Australia, India, America talking, like asking me to update it and stuff, and I was like, not able to at the moment because I had some family stuff to deal with, so I took the game down. And yeah, I wanted to sell my Google developer account. That's why I took it down. Like that's the main reason. Even though I had a lot going on in the background. By the way, the Google account, I didn't really earn much from it because I got scammed by this Nigerian dude. But anyways, who cares? So yeah, now I think I might actually add a few missions in this game and make it worthy selling. For now, I make a living off Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and other graphics designing softwares like After Effects and stuff. Cause I make graphic designs for a living, and that's all because I learned them in game development. So even though I didn't need much from game development directly, it helped me a lot. I mean, in Africa it's really hard for a kid or a dude my age to make a living off computers, or to make a living at all without like being overworked. Most of works here like requires a whole lot of physical strength, which is something I do not possess. I mean, I'm a skinny dude, if you ever see me in real life. So anyways, that's basically my story about the whole game development journey of mine. And please forgive me, my English is a little bit bad. If you watched the whole video, I think you should be able to start your own project. And like, the only advice I could give you is, if you do not know how to program, there are like a whole lot of plugins out there that you could use that will help you to make a video game with absolutely zero. When I say zero, I mean zero coding knowledge. I mean, so far I know a little bit of C#, but when I started, I didn't even know what using unit system engine code line meant. But now I actually understand a little bit of it, even though I'm not that perfect. But like now I can write simple scripts, and I think that's progress. Actually, I could share the books that I use to learn C# because I kind of quit uni, so I'm just using this book to learn C#, which is a pretty good book, because if you use it and actually use something like ChatGPT AI to interpret the book, it's pretty cool. I mean, I used it press chat GPT. Like, I was reading the book. If I do not understand anything, I go into chat GPT and asks chat GPT to explain a part of the book. It will explain. I'll ask for examples. It will give me examples. I'll try it on my own, and yeah, that's how I kind of learned coding. Yeah. So by the way, one of the features of this LCC is that your car will be distractible, just like in GTA. Let me show you something. I'm going to collide on the car just to show you how cool this is. Right now. Oh, come on. Yeah, you can see like that. You can see like that, almost realistic car distraction, and that's pretty cool. But I'll use this as a thumbnail. So guys, the video is already 11 minutes long. I think it's enough. I should call it off and go on to do other live stuff.